Sweetie, 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 we gotta talk. Stop trying to control the outcome. Control yourself instead. You wanna know something? This video is actually so #relate for me because your girl has been experiencing things she doesn't want to experience. I really want to tell you though, perception is so key to so much of manifestation. This isn't even scripted. I just have to come and say this because it's at the top of my mind. Call it inspired action. Do you want to know how many times I've gotten in my head over what a guy thinks about me, for example, and because of how he is on social media or how he texts, I'm there thinking, overthinking, stressing, being like, oh my god, he hates me. This was old me, past me, okay? And then in reality, like, we'd meet or we'd talk, so invested, so passionate, nothing was ever wrong. I was just driving myself crazy. And where was that coming from? My own insecurities. So guys, if that resonates with you, please take a second, take a beat. Sometimes it's not actually reality, it's just what you're inferring based off of past experiences. This person does not have to be the sum of all of your past sad experiences. Can we please just take a beat and calm down collectively? Okay? Okay. Now that we're back in a hot girl energy, let's get on with the video. So really what we want to do, guys, is shift our focus from controlling the outcome to controlling ourselves. Why? What a good question. I will answer it for you. Because the best is always on its way to you. That is a given fact. Think about any time where you have not known what the heck is going on in life, and now you look back on that situation and you're like, thank God it happened that way. Thank God it worked out that way. Why? Because I learned the lessons that I needed to learn in order to become who I am today. Or that job didn't work out for me so that this one could. That person didn't work out, or those people didn't work out because these ones were supposed to. This friendship group didn't work out because this one was supposed to. When we try to overly control the outcome, we can end up blocking our blessings. Remember, you are not God. You have God within you, but you are not omniscient to the point of having all of the facts. And because of your missing information, you could not possibly know what is best for yourself, what is most in alignment for who you are or for who you want to be. I really feel that we can sometimes pray for patience or a certain character trait, and then God presents us with what would trigger us to act in the opposite way, and we wonder why? Why? Because God is giving you, or the universe is giving you, what you prayed for. Not all blessings arrive pretty, baby. Listen, you do not need that outcome as much as you think you do. You can only conceptualize the best for yourself given your current life experiences that you've had. There are people out there that you have yet to meet, failures that you are yet to overcome, a documentary or a book that you're supposed to read that is going to reframe how you see so much of your life, a conversation that you could have that would just awaken so much for you. There is so much out there. How could you possibly know how to perfectly curate your life? That is not for you. That is God's job. You are the main character. Yes. You at times are even the director. Yes. But God, or the universe, whatever you prefer, is the producer, baby. And you gotta let God do what they're gonna do. We're keeping God gender neutral here. Let the universe do what it has to do. Let it fill in the blanks. That is not your job, baby cakes. It's not. I truly feel like, okay, at most, guys, of course, if you want to select something, fine. You can manifest it, obviously. That's the rest of my channel. You can manifest anything. It's not a problem. But I really feel that it's so important we bring our focus back to ourselves in a multitude of ways. So number one, in understanding that sometimes we don't know what's best for us. Number two, in realizing that we don't need that outcome as much as we think we do. Emphasis on need. If you're coming from a place of feeling like you desperately need that manifestation, I would take a step back. Why do you feel like you need it so much? You don't need it. If you feel like you need it, what does need signal? It signals desperation. Why are you so desperate for it, baby? What do you feel like it's going to give you? What's happening here when you place something as a need, a desperate need? You do somewhat distance yourself from it. Because what you're actually saying is that you need it. You need to have it in your life in order to feel a sense of happiness or fulfillment or peace. Your extreme focus on this thing, whether it's an SP or it's a specific outcome for an exam or it's a specific job or whatever, equates to a lack of focus on the present moment. Listen to me again. Your extreme emphasis on this external thing equates to a lack of focus on the present moment. And baby, to be most magnetic to your desire, you have to be able to be present with who you are right now and what you have right now. Basically need to become it. If there is something out there that you feel you really, really, really need, I ask you, what is it that you think that thing will give you? Take the first answer that you get, and I want you to write under it the truth. And underneath that, I want you to write out the real truth. And underneath that, I want you to write out the real, perhaps even dark, ugly truth that you would be too embarrassed to share with anybody else. There lies your answer, sweetie. Right there. That is what you seek. And more often than not, that is something that you can cultivate within yourself. But it's far easier to keep focusing on everything else out here than it is to actually do the inner work or the hard work, like putting yourself out of your comfort zone in order to attain that deep, deep, dark truth than it is. What was I saying? It's so much easier to do that than it is to confront oneself and to look at what it is that's actually missing or that needs healing. There was this quote I heard that you're not actually trying to manifest that thing. You're trying to manifest the version of you that has that thing. And so if you really, really feel like you need this thing, okay, sure. But I want your focus, rather than being on the attainment of that subject, to now be the attainment of you. The version of you that has that thing. Draw them out. Draw a stick figure. I want you to write around them what their habits are, their mindset, the way that they dress, etc. As basic as manifestation can get, the show up as her to be her trope thing or type thing, okay? That's what you need. Quickest way, shortcut it. You really feel like you need that thing? Okay, cool. But you need to become an energetic match to it. The quickest way that you can do that, rather than focusing on attainment, I need it, like you're grasping for it. I want you to instead embody, focus your entire energy on the becoming and emulating of the version of you that has said thing, rather than on the distance between you and said thing. Does that make sense? The third thing that I want you to do, irrespective of your relation to, or your relationship to your desire, is practice these three things. Being kind to yourself and to others, practicing gratitude, and practicing discipline. Your job is to become your highest self. Okay? Truly. That is it. That is your job as main character. That is your job as director of your life. When you make these three things your focus, being the most loving, abundant version of yourself, the practice of being grateful every day, of course not every minute of every hour, etc., but just whenever you get a moment, whenever a thought crosses your mind where you say thank you, and keeping yourself in shape through discipline, not just physically, but mentally and spiritually, you will guaranteed attract the best for yourself. The reason why this works is not only does it make you a vibrational match for whatever is in highest alignment with you, but it also makes it far easier to attract whatever it is that you select. If you're saying, okay, I really want this thing, I want to manifest this thing. The quickest way you can do it, again, not by focusing on the space, but rather bringing your energy back to yourself. That will always win. Why? Because you're high vibrational. Everything good is attracted to high vibration. And in staying in a high vibrational state, of course, I don't want you to put pressure on yourself. We all experience different emotions. I experience like 100 emotions a day. Please feel what you need to feel. Don't force things. But if you can do these 3 things, being kind, being grateful, and being disciplined, I can guarantee you your self-esteem will be so much higher, and as a result your self-concept will be too. What you feel you can attract and attain and keep in life will be that much better. In doing so as well, you end up emulating the experience, the emotional experience or experiences of the richest version of you, which perhaps might even equate to the version of you that has what it is you desire. Subject A, or whatever is in highest alignment with yourself. So to sort of summarize this very random everywhere video, I'm going to leave you with 3 things. Number 1, as we know, our outer world is a mirror for our internal state. What we experience internally eventually ends up reflecting externally. If you look at any sort of LOA practice that there is out there, whether it's affirmations or SATs, whatever it is, scripting, what you are doing is sort of recoding yourself. It's a recalibration, if you will, a dusting of the shelves even. It's a way of shifting from within. The acting as her to be her type of thing, all of it is about changing your inner state. Yes, there are external actions, but those external actions without the inner changes will never get you all that far. The simplest analogy, or the simplest example that I can give you, have a look at people that are outwardly successful and miserable within. A lot of the time, it's because they were doing the actions. And this is why also we can say all you need to do is do the actions. It doesn't matter what you feel. You can still get the outcome. You don't need to be high vibrational. It's just easier, I feel personally, to keep things if you're in a higher, consistently more high vibrational state, and you also attract what is in highest alignment with you, and you're more healed and happy within. That's why I promote that. But you can be in any state and get what it is that you want. I have more about that on my other videos. But you see these people that have taken all of the actions, but then they lose the money, or they wonder why they feel so empty inside, or they're lacking in their love life, or they're lacking in their family life. And it's because they have not done the inner abundance work to maintain these things, to maintain that magnetism for these things. The biggest form of abundance is being whole within oneself. And that doesn't mean to be void of emotions, to never feel anything that's lower down on the vibrational frequency, or to never struggle. I really would say any sort of manifestation stuff, if you're wondering, why is it not working? Why is it stuck? Why is it being like this? More often than not, it's about bringing your energy back to yourself. Really and truly. If you're so dependent upon an external thing to feel a sense of happiness, to feel a sense of joy, to feel a sense of peace, you will only prolong the process. Once you learn to generate that from within, that is when you become the magnet and these things come to you like this. The second thing is one of my favorite quotes. Life is what you make of it. Truly, truly, I feel that. Make the best of what you have right now. Abundance, an abundance mindset, doesn't look at a little and say, oh, it's so little, I'll never get anywhere with it. It looks at the little and says, okay, it's a little, but I can make it work. I will find a way to make it work. Let me give you an example. Today I was at the gym and it was jam-packed. And I said to myself, it will clear. Probability, possibility, probably not that high because it was so busy and it was peak time. But I said, it will clear. Now what did I do? Did I sit there and did I sulk and wait for it to clear? No. I said, I still need to do my workout. This gym is going to close soon. I adapted my workout. I did moves in a different order. I made the most. I made the most of that situation. I treated it with positivity. And guess what happened? After about half an hour, all of the machines I needed started to clear. When I tell you jam-packed to the point all the cables were taken up, all of the benches were taken up, every single zone of the gym was taken up. Basic things I could not get access to. I made the most of what I had in the beginning. I shuffled things about in my workout. I compromised. And in doing so, in treating it with positivity and saying, I'm going to look at this with a problem-solving mindset, the universe blessed me. It gave me the unrealistic outcome, which was the gym clearing in 30 minutes. Okay, not entirely, obviously, there were still people there, but everything that I needed became available. Everything. And so you can practice this. I want you to take whatever inconvenience or whatever is not pleasing you today, take whatever good you can, find a silver lining, and make that your gold. Make it work and it will pay you back and then some. Because abundance and success comes from being able to generate from within. I want you to remember that. That is your power. How you treat things, how you perceive things. You are the powerful one. You. SP doesn't have the power. Your specific manifestation is not the thing that has the power. You do. You give these things power. You give these things a story. You give these things a narrative. And so I want you to make these things work in your favor. Take the good, twist it, make it work in your favor, and the universe will favor you. The last thing I'm going to leave you with is something that my ex-boyfriend, one of my friends, best friends, told me a long time ago. He is from Hungary, and apparently over there they have this funny saying of know how. N-O space how, as in like the question how. Where someone says, for example, I'm going to do X, Y, Z, and then person B would say, but how? Like, as in maybe that's unrealistic, or how could you possibly attain something like that? Person A responds, know how. Something like that. But it really made me chuckle, and over time I've thought about it, and actually how useful that is. Stop dampening your dreams, stop dampening other people's dreams, stop trying to control the how. That's not your job. Just set your intention, align yourself with the tips that I gave you, with whatever feels best to you. But if you really want to put that cherry or the sprinkles on top, then being kind, gratitude, discipline will really, really always keep you in check. But just don't overemphasize the how. Again, your view is limited, and in overemphasizing the how, in SP will show up exactly like this, and you ruin the romance of your own life. You can block your own blessings. So truly, I want you to bring your energy back to yourself, start generating good from within, optimism, focus, becoming, place the emphasis on you. What are you doing with your time? Where is your energy going? Really and truly, I have been struggling recently with my anxiety, and I've been so caught up in other people's narratives of me as well, and it's just been a huge spiral. And today I just had enough, truly. And I just really set my intention, and I said, I'm not going to keep placing emphasis on this anymore. I truly don't need to know what so-and-so thinks and they do, and etc, etc, etc. It's draining. I have got videos to film. I've got a life to live. God has blessed me with the slow understanding and development on my purpose in life, my passion, my one thing that I really, really want to do, something that I prayed for in desperation for years, an answer to what it is I'm meant to do and contribute to this world, and it's starting to come together. I have the blessing of health. I have so much, so much. I really say that I am one of the luckiest. And so if I have all of this, why am I spending time stressing? Why am I spending time creating negative narratives for myself in my life? It's not worth it. And I have truly come a long way, but this was one thing I was struggling with this week. And so I want you to Start with what is most relevant for you. You don't need to overhaul your life. But I hope this video helped you to think and reflect on perhaps your own mental state and how you treat things and how you treat yourself. I think that telling yourself positive, uplifting, hopeful stories is an act of kindness. And sometimes we get so stuck in these ruts of this person must feel this way because of blah, 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 blah. Stop, baby. Stop. You're writing your story. Stop writing it so negatively. You deserve a happy ending. Okay? Anyway, I've rambled enough for today. But guys, thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you thought. I really truly wish you the best for your manifestation journeys as always. And of course, feel free to check out my other videos on my channel. But I really will always come back to placing emphasis on oneself, because I think that we give our power away too much. We forget our power. A quick thing that came to mind once I was watching a video from the Wizard Liz's channel about how to stop binge eating. And one of the things she said, I'm pretty sure, is you will not eat that thing unless you have already decided within your mind that you are going to eat it. So the same goes for manifestation effectively. You decide and then this thing plays out. Like a show in the Shakespearean times, or any show for that matter. Select the things that feel good to you and rehearse them with some conviction. You may not feel it at first, that's okay. Whatever feels best to you. For me, what feels best for me, my rehearsal, is who I am, how I show up. Watch my other videos for context, but I like to practice creating a positive feedback loop, positive noise, background music in my mind. That is my rehearsal. For you, your rehearsal could be affirmations, it could be scripting, it could be sats, it could be visualization, whatever works best for you. It could be flipping your thoughts. But I will always, always say you can never ever lose in coming back to yourself and remembering how powerful you are and everything it is that you're capable of, and just focusing on becoming your best self and being as happy and joyful as you can in today. Thank you so much. A lot of love to you all, and I will see you in the next video.